Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you guys so very, very much. I hope everybody can hear me. Can you hear me, Sweet Ree? You can
Yeah,
hear me?
I can
Okay.
hear you.
Okay. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank each and every one of you in the chat. Thanks, Sweet Ree, for coming to Thursday's Vibe Session with Yaya. I so appreciate it. First off, I want to welcome our guest, Sweet Ree, for taking your time to come and visit with me this evening. I'm humbled, I'm thankful, and I am so grateful. I enjoy you so much, and I so appreciate you taking your time to come to Yaya's Best Life channel.
Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you for inviting me, Yaya.
You are so welcome. I guess tonight this is let's talk and let's connect. So most of us all pretty much run in the same circle, but if there's anybody in the chat that has not connected with this woman sitting up here with me, her link is pinned in the chat. Please go over and visit her channel. I guarantee you will not be disappointed at all whatsoever. But my purpose for Thursday's vibe session is for me to give back to those that are members of Yaya's Best Life. And I just came up with this idea. So, Sweet Ree is one of my members, and I appreciate and I'm thankful for her for that. And tonight we will be chatting with her and getting to know her a lot better. But first, let me welcome you guys in the chat. Hey, official Jamia. Thank you, sis, for coming in this evening. We so appreciate you. And Joshua, welcome in. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you coming tonight. And I appreciate watching all your videos and your exercising that you're doing right now. You are so motivating to a lot of people out here in these YouTube streets. You are motivating to me. So thank you so much for sharing your time this evening. And welcome in my fam, Odom's Homestead. Thank you, Odom. We appreciate you coming in this evening to visit with us. And my girl, Lashes Journey. Thank you, sis, for coming in. I appreciate you. And Grammy's Journal, hey, welcome in. Thank you so much for taking your time to come and spend with us this evening. What's up, Black Guns? How you doing? Thank you so very much for coming in this evening. And my sis, Jazzy V, how are you? I am so happy to see you. Thank you for coming. I know you're getting off from work and getting in just as Sweet Ree and probably many of you, but I thank you guys again for coming and taking your time. So let's see, who else is up in here? Two old guys, vintage and resale. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for coming. These are some new friends of mine. They said, hello, Yaya's Best Life. Stopping for the thumbs up and support. Thank you. I appreciate your support. Thank you so very much. So, yeah, y'all, we're going to talk to the famous Miss Sweet Ree. She's known throughout these YouTube streets. Everybody just loves her to pieces. And so, without any further ado, I have a few questions that I wanted to ask Sweet Ree. And well, I had this little list, but I'm getting ready to start at the bottom of my list because I put this question down at the bottom and I was sitting here thinking before we went on, and I said, I want to know the answer right up front. Who is Gertie?
All right now. First of all, good evening, everyone. I'm thankful for this opportunity. I have much love and respect for you, Yaya. I love to see your husband and you. Oh my goodness, you and Tim. When I don't know how I came across your channel. I think I was in somebody else's chat. I'll make a long story short. And when I came over and you were juicing and stuff at that time, so that's been a while. And when they said the Yaya time, I said, I love it. then when you were saying certain things to him, I was like, oh, that's me saying that to my husband. So I'll be laughing. I don't put that in the comments. I'll be like, oh my goodness, she telling him to behave. He's still doing his own thing. I love it. And when he told you he worked for you or something, he wasn't going to work for you, so I was laughing. I'll be like, my husband be like, no, that's your YouTube stuff. Go on. So I just love it. I love to see our interaction, especially when you say he called me and know I was on live. I'd be like, oh my husband, he'll be in the other room or the basement and call you still on. I won't answer, sir. Yeah, I'm still on live. I'm not answering. I'm trying to. He's so funny,
But
but
they'll keep calling and keep calling and keep recalling. So I had to answer because you never know if it's an emergency. He works at night. And I was like, I told you that I was going to be on a live. Oh, I'm sorry.
I love it though. I love it because you know what? It's love. It's true love. He just want to talk to you. Just want to hear your voice, and I get it because we do the same thing. Some things you gonna get if you know, you know. And he want to hear your voice, make sure you good, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I love true love. So I will tell you about Gertie. All right. So, and this is a funny story, y'all. I was dating a young man years ago. This is before I was married, y'all. This is before I was married. And I was shacked up, living how I wanted to live. And make a long story short, I went out to get my hair done and I came back home. Somebody had called. That was when I think they had like pages or beepers or something, whatever those things was. And so Gertie includes a lot of people like me back then that y'all don't see now. And not all of it because y'all don't see, yeah. Yeah. She was on 200 back then. She like maybe on 10 now. But she was like, yeah. So that be the part y'all get to see like some of that. Because some people may think, okay, this person a Christian, they live that way all their life. No, I haven't. I have to be honest. No, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes and I wasn't always living according to how I was raised. Let me just be clear and be honest about that. So that's on the table, So
Many of us, many of us.
right? So to make a long story short, I came in from getting my hair done and I was going out with my girlfriends and we were going to have a good time. And another female had called me, told me she asked for Gertie, not Gertie, Gertrude, and I said you had the wrong number because I don't know what's going. I ain't worrying about that. Me and my girls going out, and then she called back after by the time I got dressed and say, "Can I speak to Gertrude?" And I said, "There's no Gertrude live here. How may I help you?" And she said, "Oh, well, so and so told me he lived with Gertrude." And this and that. So the guy told her, and that he had to pick her up from getting her hair done. She said, and I just started, she said, I just started talking to him, but I was going to stop talking to him because things ain't add up. If he wasn't happy, why he picking you up from the hairdresser? I said, first of all, yeah, I did go to hairdresser, girl, and I'm feeling good. I said, me and my girlfriend's going out. If you want to go out with us, have some drinks, do that, you can come on and do that. But I'm fitting to be having fun. I ain't got time for the nonsense. That's how I was. Hey, I was ready to leave fool anyway. So, like, why would I be fussing with her about somebody I'm leaving? I was doing my thing on the side. She said, I mean, come on now. I was young and having fun. I'm just being honest. So I love that name. But she declined to come out with us. So whatever she called for, she didn't get the reaction she wanted because my mind just stayed crazy. And me and the girls still went out, had a good time. And I told them about the story, and I told them somebody had tried to talk to me while we was out and everything. And they asked me my name. I said Gertrude, and I said, y'all, if he come over at this table, tell him my name Gertrude, because I liked when she called me Gertrude. So it kind of did something. I said, oh, I like that name. That's cute. So that's how it was. Gertrude was way before I was even married. So I would use that name, because I liked it, and you could say Gertie or Trudy. Call me what you want
Right.
to call me, baby.
Oh, I just loved last week when you had Gertie on there. That was just so, so funny. And I was like, I gotta know where Gertie came from.
Yeah. That's a part of Sweet Reed years ago, like before the children and all that. When
Yep,
she
yep.
still hit
Well,
the book.
that happens with all of us. Yeah, we all go through what we go through and we make that change along the way. But since I'm starting at the bottom of my list and I asked about Gertie, the question above that kind of leads into some of what you were just explaining. You are so respected out here in these YouTube streets, and that's just fact. That's 100, and that's the truth. And everybody in the chat, I've heard them speak so highly and so kind of you, um, because people can see your kindness
Thank you.
and your sincerity, your spirituality. So, my question is, and all of these questions, if you choose not to answer, I'm good, that's cool. But,
This is my sinus. I'm sorry. I'm not crying. My sinus bothering
but who do you credit for the virtuousness that you share with, and we
me.
have the
Now,
privilege of being able to see?
oh, now you really gonna make me cry. Oh my goodness. It was just my sinus bothered me, but y'all might see some real tears. Okay. Both of my grandmothers, I love them. I had said it many a times on my Monday moments that my maternal grandmother, I was around both of them, my maternal and paternal grandmother, but more around, my mother's mom, but around both of them all the time. Whether I was with either one of them, you were going to church with them on a Sunday. And what those strong women did, both of them had like about, my father's mother had about maybe 12 children, and my mom's mom had, I think, 9. So big families. I come from big families. And those women, and I love them, they taught you, they walked the walk and lived the life that they told you about. They wasn't double talking and backbiting, being hypocritical, talking about you smiling and grinning, getting your business and going. They weren't. Those women didn't do
Gossiping,
that. They loved you.
gossiping, yes. Hmm.
Yes, you came around them and you could feel the love. That's how both of my grandmothers was. And so, in being around them and seeing that, it made me want to live that way and
Yeah.
be that way. And they, neither one of them, they hardly would ever say anything negative about anybody. But when they did, my ears was itching because I know that it had to been something true and it had to be juicy and good, But that's who I give it to. Both my grandmothers. They were some good-hearted women. They taught you how to cook. They taught you how to clean. They taught you how to love people. And most of all, and first of all, they taught you how to love God. They taught me how to serve God. They taught me there is no way I can say that I love God and don't love the people of God, even with their mess, because we all got some mess in us. So,
Right, right. That's the imperfection in us. Yes.
yeah. So those women right there, they gave it to you. I love,
Wow.
I thank and praise God for them. And that was my spirituality. I had my aunts and uncles, like I said, close knitted families that love you and poured a lot into you. Now they may have poured some of that other stuff too along with it, but those two women, I highly respect them. Throughout my life, there were periods of time I lived with my grandmother, and it was my mom's mom, and it was periods of time where grandma came and lived with us when she got sick with her cancer. And my mom, to see my mom and her siblings all come together and take care of my grandmother, I love it. It was a blessing to see and to be able to share a room with my grandma. I
That,
loved it. I love it.
wow.
I
Wow.
won't
What a
complain.
memory.
Thank you, Lord.
Yes. What a memory. welcome in. I see a few additional people have come in. Welcome in, Buddha. Thank you so very much for coming in. I appreciate you taking your time to come in. And Miss Patty, thank you. We appreciate you coming in, sipping with your magic. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Mona, sifting some soil with Mona and more. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate it. Sugar Daddy, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it. I started off the conversation for those of you that just came in. I have a few little questions written down here, but the one at the bottom was to ask Sweet Ree, who is Gertie? So if you caught her last week, Gertie was on her channel. So you'll have to go back and catch the replay. She tells us the story behind Gertie, which then led me to ask her, and I'm sure many of you that just came in, you feel the same way, because as I said, we all run in the same circle. What a kind person Sweet Ree is. And I think of her as a very virtuous person. And so I was asking her, who did she credit that to? And so as you guys were coming in, she was sharing her grandmother and her maternal mother, that she credited that to them. So how nice, how very, very nice for you to share that with us. So how long you been on YouTube? Or what got you started on YouTube?
What got me first started on YouTube was my granddaughter. Cause I be around here cooking and currying and having fun, laughing and stuff. I be like, dinner's ready, girl. Come on before it's gone. Silly stuff like that. Um, I call myself a young grandma. And so being a grandma, being around her all the time, most everybody know my granddaughter's usually here all during the week. And on the weekend, most of the time she go home. Sometimes she don't leave. Sometimes she don't want to leave. And my oldest son, that is her father, which was here last night. I was up to one something in the morning. But anyway, he lives in Indiana. So him and his wife is not my granddaughter mother. Her mother lives here. To make a long story short, she goes down there. People hear me say in the summer, Chloe's, gone. She's gone down there in the summer and stay with them. Some holidays like Christmas, he came up, and got her and everything. So, and I'm thankful that my sons listen to me because you ain't gonna be no unfit father and stuff because you in another state. Don't make me pull up, but I don't have to up
Right.
here. So that's a whole other thing. That's the side they see. So yeah, that's what made me start my channel. My granddaughter's like, Mama. She calls me Mama since she was a little girl. Start talking. Mama, you need to do a YouTube channel. You be doing a lot, and you need to share that. A lot of the stuff you do with everybody. And I said, well, you know what? I think about it. But before I knew it, she did one for me, and so she was doing it so I could do cooking. And some of the first videos, it was in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. When I started, I was cooking or she was cooking with me, and something was just missing in it. And I pray, and I seek guidance and listen to God because I don't want to move and operate doing nothing without putting God first and making sure that I'm in alignment because I
Right.
always want to be ready. And it was because I pray all the time, and people ask me pray for them or whatever. And I said I might need to start putting some prayers on here because I know some people may receive it different. And I said, well, you know what? I'm coming on here having a good time. That's the main part of me. The best part of me is my prayers, I think. And
Yes.
so I said, let me start incorporating this in. Then one of my aunts, my mom, only sister is still living. She called me and let me know that I need to have my prayers at the same time on Mondays and Thursdays, like, because she looking for it and I'm coming on late. I said, well, Auntie, I do it usually after I get off of work, but no, I need it. She was so after my aunt fussed me out in a good way. I said, okay, I'm gonna be consistent. So I start changing it, and then when I start having the people, I said, let me go live. I'll ask the people when I go live, and I noticed that more people, I wasn't getting that many views, but I wasn't in it for the views. I wanted people to hear the prayers. And I said, more people come when I do the lives. Let me just do the lives just so I could pray for people and know that they're listening, that they're getting it. And so I started doing that. and I ask people what time is the best time for the lives, because I understand that people have children in school, and I know they have to get up for work, and because I know how my schedule is up and down, I want to make sure. And they said, do Thankful Thursday. I was doing it at 7 o'clock. It wasn't working. I changed that to 8. And they said for the Monday moments at 9. And I'm an early bird. I'm like, 9? That's inconvenient for me because I be ready, making sure I got everything out there for
Right.
me and my husband time. But I said, if that's what they're saying to do, I'll do. And that's what I did. I changed the times according to the people that comes to the live, and that worked for us. It worked for me, but it's about the people, not about me. And I enjoy it. And if it ever comes to when I can't enjoy it and it's too much stress and nonsense, I would leave it. It's been times where, if I can be transparent,
Yes.
um, somebody may have frustrated me so bad that I wished I never gave a person my telephone number. And that I said I wouldn't do because they had frustrated me so bad. I said, I'm gonna leave you two because I don't want to be bothered,
Right.
with them. Then I prayed and God said no. So I'll say this: don't be discouraged, but be encouraged. God got more for you to do. It's always something good, and when things keep coming your way and foolishness and nonsense, that's when you may have to say, "Oh, that person may be just a part of my life for this season. I'm going to do like Grandma said, treat them with a long handle spoon,
Right.
but I don't have to be bothered with the nonsense. I'm a positive person, not just on YouTube, positive throughout, the
Your
community,
life. That's your life.
throughout my
Yes.
family. Like, I can't put on a show.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are different, and sometimes you do. I'm not going to call it a show. You may have to move in a different way. Like, if I'm at work, it's certain things I might can't say or do like how I want to because I'm on that job, on that property. But
Right.
off of that, then it's certain things I can do, and
Right.
say. So things like that, yeah.
And you know what's so amazing about the fact that you saying that your granddaughter, mentioned this to you, got you thinking about this. You wanted to pray on it because that's the way you move. You wanted to make sure that this is something that that God wanted you to do. And from your story, it sounds as though that everything that has happened, even though there may have been some negative, it turned to positive because you were there for a reason.
Yeah.
They were there maybe for a season, but still, sometimes we get in situations and we can't always take everybody with us, but we may have left something with them that is going to help them on their journey, on their path that they're going. And that's what I admire so much about you, and I enjoy watching your channel, is because you're steady, with what you do. Now you'll get people told because the last couple lives, you was letting people know. Now don't play. Don't mistake my kindness like I don't know what's up. But still, with that said, your presentation of it makes everybody, I'm sure, in this chat receive it as such. And ain't nobody gonna play with Sweet Ree.
Yeah.
And most of the people ain't gonna let nobody play with Sweet Ree.
That's why I wouldn't dare say the person who have been getting on my nerves with foolishness, because I know I have a lot of love in this YouTube community. I don't want nobody to, go after them or say anything, because believe it or not, the person has some good in them. And I'm the person that's always going to see the good in you. I am. And because they
Yeah,
have good in them, I'm not going to focus on the negative. I'm going to focus on that good and keep praying for the good. That's just how I am. My,
yeah,
my youngest son gets mad with me. He was like, "Ma, you can't stay mad with nobody." I said, "I don't hold no grudges and stay mad. I gotta stay focused."
right. Yep, yep, yep. I am that way as well. Welcome in, Wellness with Frugal Mama. Thank you so very much for coming in and joining us today. Thank you. So, man, that was a whew. Take it to heart. Everything Sweet Ree says is strong. Oh, this is one question, and it may be, well, anyway, I'll just go ahead and ask it. What part of the, where do you, what state are you from?
Maryland. I'm right in Maryland. Yeah, I'm in Maryland, and a lot of people like, oh, she from Baltimore. I see that Baltimore. I did grow up in the city of Baltimore. I don't live
Wow.
in Baltimore no more. I still live in Maryland. I just say Maryland. I don't be saying exactly where I live, but I do live in Maryland. So yeah. But I have no problem pulling up in the city. I love it. I love it. I still go to certain places. And I'm not that person that leave a community, leave a neighborhood or anything and think that, oh, I'm better. I arrive, I'm not in the PJs. Not me. I'm that girl that said, well, I'm not a girl, but I'm that person that's gonna say, you know what? God is good to me. He blessed me. I had grandmas, I had granddaddy, I had my dad and mom. It was periods in my life when they weren't there. That's a whole nother thing. When I do that one, whoo, I'm gonna be crying. Y'all might be running through the house like I run through my house sometimes. Praise God. And so anyway, I'm thankful for everybody, all of my aunts and uncles. I feel like they sacrifice their time, their talents, their hard earned money to take care of me, and not just me, and other people in the family, but they made me feel special when it was times when my
Oh.
mom wasn't around. So they made me feel special, and everybody don't get that. My mom went through some of her own challenges, and me, I thank God that I love my mom. She'll help anybody. You have heard me. People have heard me say that on my channel. She like my grandma will let anybody come and stay. And with them, I give you a meal, but you ain't come and stay with us. I'm sorry. I'm just the way I can't do it. So things like that. People look at you now. They don't know what you've been through.
True.
And I'm not
True.
saying they got to hear that every time they talk to you. Oh, I've been through this. I've been through this. And I'm not saying other people didn't go through it. We all been through different things. But somebody might see the pretty girl, see the hair done, nails done, you fancy now. No, it's not about that. Just because I like to look good, even years ago, I still like to look good. Wasn't as fat, but I still like to look good. And take care of myself. I always like to do stuff like that, and there's nothing wrong. And I had cousins and stuff in the family that know how to do hair. Both of my sisters know how to. They won't do my hair. They say this big head is too. My head is big, like a big dome, and I'm good with that. I love my sisters, but I'm the one that can't do the hair. I can do a little twist, but nothing. So I'm thankful for everything that I have accomplished in my life. And it makes me feel good when my dad calls me sometime and say, hey girl, what you doing? And I'm proud of you. He does it all the time. I'm his only daughter. And he, always does that. And that makes me feel good. Because people don't know, again, where you come from, what you've been through. They look at the now. And sometimes it would be good if they could walk a half a mile in your shoes and
Right.
see from once where you come from. But yeah,
And we all have a
I'm
story.
humble.
We all have a story, and it all comes with growth, and it all comes with maturity to be able to hear other people's story and have well wishes for them. Be proud and be happy for them where they have accomplished what they wanted to accomplish and whatever more that they have coming in their life. That's
It
maturity.
sounds like you breaking.
Oh,
I'm
am I
sorry.
breaking up? Hey, I'm biased. Welcome
It
in. I
might be
don't know.
my mic. Yeah, it was.
I hear you.
I could hear you.
Okay. Welcome in, House of X. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys coming over. Thank you so very much. Let's see, did I miss anybody up here? As Cynthia, welcome in. Triple Threat Firearms and Defense. Thank you so very much for coming in. Deborah Garrett, thank you so very much for coming in. We have as I hear people say, star-studded individual with us tonight, and it's Sweet Ree. And if you just came in, Gina versus Gina, thank you so very much for coming tonight. Please go watch the replay because she's answered some of my earlier questions. So if you weren't here in the beginning, it is worth your while. I tell you to go back and to hear what she has to say. She's done explained to us who Gertie is. So if y'all watch her channel and want to know where Gertie came from, I would advise you to go back and watch the replay. And she shared with us some very special people, her mother and her grandmother in her life, and how they have molded her to be who she is. And as I said earlier, we all have just the utmost amount of respect for Sweet Ree and what she does here in these YouTube streets. And she's a model to follow. That's what I say. She is definitely a model to follow if you want to be a uplifting, mature person. So let's see. We just running through these questions. What else did I have I wanted to ask you? Oh, you told us how you started on YouTube, pretty much how long the journey has been. Um, you may have answered it, but I had what keeps you motivated personally and in these YouTube streets as well? What keeps you motivated?
Personally, um, my children, both of my sons, I don't play about them. No. Mm-mm. That little girl down in that basement. Mm-mm. So you get a whole different Sweet Ree when you mess with those children. They off limits. All right.
Right.
So they keep me motivated. And I gotta say, my grandson, I'm sorry, he's 3 now. My son and his wife had him, and my son's wife already had, a couple of children. So I went from one granddaughter to having the grandson to dinner, and I love them, all of them. I treat and my son wife, both of my daughter-in-laws and my her grandmother, she always thanked me because I treat all the kids the same. Now everybody know Chloe here, so she gonna get a little bit more because she here all the time. But they all get stuff. I don't just, I know how to ship stuff, send stuff, and they be like, "I'm sending this," but I'm not there. I do feel guilty because I feel like I want them to be here. They need to be here. They shouldn't have moved from Maryland. I need to be around them because I'm that kind of grandmother that like to be involved. Go to the school, do stuff. I got a concert at Chloe's school next week. I do the same stuff I did for my sons. That's what keep me motivated. And I love my husband. Men come and go. Let me stop. He'll be like, "Why you always saying that?" I'm just teasing. But it keeps
Sweet Ree, just for 1 second, what we were talking about earlier, and you're talking about your husband right now. He did exactly what you said earlier. So he sometimes just want to say hi to you. You know what I'm saying? Tell Sweet Ree hi. Oh, I told you. I tell him I'm going to be on a live, and he still calls. He forgets. He said, "Hi, Sweet Riri."
Hi, Tim.
She said, "Hi, Tim."
Oh, my goodness. I love it.
Okay, that's all right, baby. Talk to you later. Bye.
That's so funny.
And I answer, "Excuse me, y'all." He calls me on his break, and then he calls me on his lunch. But that's part of being married. That's part of being in a relationship. And you have to answer the call. Not the call like this, but the call of being who you are with that person. Yeah. So I'm sorry. Go ahead for interrupting you.
I love it because I love. My husband called. I'm running. I'm getting that phone, honey. Here I go. Watch out.
And I did
Praise
not used to
God.
be like that. I didn't used to really be like that, Sweet Ree. I really wasn't. And I had to go through some things. You know, you talk about we all have to go through some things. I was so pretty much rigid. I was in a professional job. I was just strict with myself about that. Home was what it was. I had my son. You know, I put all of these things before, you know, and it comes a time when you have to recognize, hey, I've got to balance that time and I got to share that time with that partner, you know, or you'll be in some serious trouble. And so I I got that. And
Okay.
so when he rings, I answer, not out of because I'm afraid about anything, but it's out
Yeah.
of respect because he's trying to stay in touch with me. So I need to stay in touch with him. Or, you know, whoever everybody, whoever your partner is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
so
love it. I love it. And that's what it's about. It's about respect and making sure that other person is secure and they know. And I've had that conversation with my son, especially my oldest son before he got married, and because I thought he wasn't ready. But when I tell you he just surprised me, I'm so thankful. Thank you, Lord. Let me stop because I'll start talking about the kids. But anyway, because that's what drives me. That's what motivates me. I thank God that He watches over me and my family. It doesn't mean everything going to be perfect and nothing ever going to happen to us, but it motivates me because I want to be able to have something. I don't care if it's a penny for them to split, to give and hand down to my sons. My parents weren't able to do that, for me. And I definitely want to have something for them. And even though they have their own, I don't think it hurt to give them a little something, something. Just give them a little ease, something on the side for them, on the side talk to
absolutely,
them.
absolutely. I did. I have one son and I have one grandson. And I did. I had my son kind of later, you know. I mean, I was in my late 30s, but I did. I gave to him because my parents were always there for us.
Mhm.
And as I grew, I realized that a lot of people, both parents weren't always there for them and whatever, you know, their story was, their situation. And so along the way, I learned to be thankful for what I did have, even though, you know, when you're a kid, you be thinking, oh, I just can't wait to get out of here. I just can't wait to be on my own. I can't wait to
Yeah.
grow up or whatever. But in my early adult life, I recognized the value really of what I had. So when I finally did have my son or whatever, I wanted to pass that on. And that is where I am in my life now. It's about because sometimes, well, he's been on the channel before and he was telling y'all, he's like, yeah, my mom was mean, blah, my mom that, and all this and that. You know, you would think I was a horrible mom. But he tells me now, as he's grown, he says, thank you.
Yes.
And now I realize how much you love me and that no matter what, you will always be there for me. And that just warmed my heart. But part of it was me leaving and moving here to Florida. There was that, you know, when you kind of, they go on with their life, you go
Yeah.
on with your life. It was kind of hard for us to split there for a little bit. But when we did, now we've come back together and it's just such a joy to have children that you can in their adult life enjoy spending time with them,
Yes.
you know.
Believe me, when my oldest son and his wife they moved to Indiana from here, my husband was laughing and teasing me. My stomach was doing flips. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I was a hot mess because to think the idea, he grown and married son moving all the way to another state. That's a plane ride away. It's not like 2 or 3 hour drive or an hour drive like my other son, my youngest son and his wife, but a whole plane ride. Oh, I was almost having a real nervous breakdown, but I had to keep praying. God got me through it, let me know they're going to be safe. And then after a while, I went down there and went down there again. A couple of times I kind of was okay with it, and I had to realize that he grown. They gotta live his own life. He don't have to always be in the same state with me. And he has did so many other things after going down there, and I'm so thankful. So it was a better move for him, and I adjusted. That was a rough period. They grown, but you still feel like they your baby. Like they came out of my body.
I
Please.
still tell people, my son, he's getting ready to turn 29, but I still say that's my baby. But I've changed how I do communicate with him, out of that mother. Now, sometimes I do invoke mother, sometimes, but not as often, not very often. I try to, talk to him in a manner by asking questions instead of saying, I think you should, this, that, or the other. But I have much respect for him and, what he's doing with his life, and I appreciate him. But yeah, sometimes being apart a little bit, that drew us closer together. But I never thought I would leave my baby. Oh, he was so upset when I left. He just thought I just wronged him in the worst way or whatever. I said, boy, I had a life before you. He thought I was born the same day he was born. He did. I know some things. Okay.
I love it. I love it. It makes my heart feel good. I love when people around and they still having good relationships with their family, with their children. I don't like when they hear when people are not getting along like that
Yeah.
and with their family. My sons call me not every day, and if I'll be like, okay, what's going on? Or if they don't hear from me, like, what's going on? We all do
Right.
our chat with the text. I'd be like, bless y'all, and with their wives and stuff, not just them, because I love them too. And having that relationship with them means a lot to me. It
Yeah.
really do.
And that's what Triple Thread here says. She says, Amen. My oldest son, 27, and he's still my baby. Absolutely. I love how his life is, and I have a granddaughter. Yeah, so,
Right?
and it's in our best interest to let them go ahead and go because we all not going to stay here. And I want him to, you know, be able to stand on his own and everything. So, yeah, that's children. And now I'm the same way with my grandson, even though he be blowing the phone up and calling, he's 10, calling me all the time, want this, want that. Look, you can't have everything. If his daddy doesn't get it for him, then he's calling me. And that's like, look, I have to talk to your dad first. It was a time when I would just do it, but I
Yeah.
have to talk to your dad first now. So, life changes things. But so thank you for sharing that about your family. Thank you. When some new people came in, thank you guys. I see hands in the dirt came in. Thank you. I appreciate you taking your time to come in. Welcome in, Love and Live Show. Thank you so very much for coming in. FR Humphrey, thank you. OG Brand, thank you so very much. Let's see. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I JNS Adventures. Hey, you guys, thank you so very much. We are having the most marvelous Coach Mary. If I didn't speak to you, you know how much I love you. I'm speaking to you again. So, but thank you all so very much for coming in. We're having a wonderful conversation here with Sweet Ree. I think the most of you guys know her, but I'll say it again. If you don't, and you have not been over to her channel, I would strongly encourage you. Her link is pinned at the top of the chat to click on that link and go over there and visit her and get to know her better. She is a wonderful, wonderful person. And also, if you just came in, because we're almost about to wrap it up, um, please, please, please go watch the replay because she's, as usual, dropping gems, as said out here in these YouTube streets. And it's information that we all could take to heart and it can all help each and every one of us. So my last question to you is really for someone that is wanting to start a YouTube channel. Do you have any, you know, thing to say to them that what they may want to do or not to do?
Absolutely. I can say only from my own experience. First of all, I'm going to tell them pray about it and go in the way that you're led to go. You can always try it. Nothing beats a failure but a try.
Yeah.
Always wanting people to win. So try it. Why not? And then after you get it and do it and start certain things, try to network. That can be a big major difference. Out here, people say, "Oh, this person is in cliques. That one don't come to this." No, not true. First of all, people have different work schedules. Some people may be retired. Some people may work part time and can put more time, but you can't expect, well, I don't expect for people to just come to me and I can't come and visit them. You got to get out there and network. They're having these live-a-thons going on,
Yeah.
asking people to participate, participate, participate. People will see you and somebody will come up and they may even help you as well. And then make sure, if you can, try to have a schedule. I know it can
Yeah.
be hard. I had to put myself on a schedule, and I had shared mine on New Year's Eve on my channel to make me commit. Usually when I have it in writing and I say it, I'll try to do it. And if something comes up, I'll post it on my community page. If something is canceled, if I cancel something, I must really, really not be feeling good. But that's the advice I could give people. Network. You got to get out there and know people for yourself. Please don't give out your phone number until you've been dealing with these people for a long time. I'm sorry, a word to the wise. And um, don't let nothing get in your way. I love that song. I'm not going to sing it, but nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up, all the way up. Don't let nothing stop you. Keep on getting up, up,
Yeah.
up, up. It doesn't mean you're not going to have bad days. We all have bad days. It doesn't mean you're not going to be busy, but stay focused and do what you want to do for you. I'd rather you try it than not to and be older later and say, I really should have tried that and I never did that for myself and I wanted to. Don't sit down on no opportunities. Even if you had one subscriber. When I first started, I said I might get about 10 or 20. And I got 20 subscribers. And guess what? They wasn't all the people that I thought would subscribe. My family would be mad because I stopped posting stuff on my Instagram, my foods and stuff, because they call you, oh, we coming over. Oh, no, you're not. I used to let y'all do all that stuff. Sundays, me and my husband want to chill and relax. I be sneaking in some of y'all lives sometimes and stuff. If we watching something or I'm watching sports or him, we don't really want to be watching. But make sure that you don't put, now somebody might not like this, but I gotta be honest because you asked me about my opinion.
Right.
Make sure that you keep balance and you're not putting so much time into YouTube that you're not taking care of your family, your job, your other needs. Make sure. I will never forget, and I can share this if you don't mind. I got another minute. I'm good.
Oh
Okay.
yes. Oh yes. Now.
When I was doing my small talks with Sweet Reese, I would get up early in the morning. I think I did it like 8 o'clock. And sometimes I might bake a cake or I would cook breakfast or had breakfast, do different stuff. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, I made breakfast. My husband is asleep. When he do get up, he gonna be all right because it's breakfast. My husband was like, why do you think when I wake up Sunday morning, I want you away from me? Not saying I'm there. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. He's like, do you have to be on there Sunday? He said, then we gotta go to church, and then before you know it, you cook dinner, we get back, or will we go get something? He said, then it's back to the work week. And I thought about it. I said, you know what, you're right, babe. You ain't gotta tell me twice. I just let the people know I gotta cancel that. So I had been canceled that small talk with Sweet Reeves on Sunday for my boo. Yes, I did.
Right. Right.
So you
Yeah.
got to do and make changes and adjust. Even my new schedule that I have, if it interferes with my family life, if it interferes with my money because I work. They pay me to work, not to be on here watching YouTube. And at certain points on my job, I could listen, but I can't watch and interact when working. If I'm I'll say the host, and I'll say to everybody in the chat. And I feel bad when I do that because then people start speaking to you, and I don't want nobody thinking, oh, she's not speaking to me. No, I can't. This is my minute. My break is up. If I grabbed crackers or did whatever. So, and most people that's busy like that, they understand. But some people, if you're sitting around and got plenty of time on your hands, they might don't understand that. So yes,
Right.
it's a lot. It's a lot. Yes. And I'm
Yes.
thankful for this YouTube community, thankful for all the love and support people show. And I can be honest, I'm behind with channels now, and I need to get caught up with, it's sometimes we're playing catch up. So it's something I encourage. If anybody wants to do it, do it. Do it, trust in God, but you can't quit. Don't quit. Don't give up or give in because you're going to win.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so very much for that. But you are absolutely right on creating a schedule, because that can help you develop that balance that you need for your home life. Mine is created around my home life. That's what my schedule is. So that way I can keep myself out of trouble with him saying, you love YouTube more than you. No.
I love
But he's made a
YouTube.
couple comments, even though he's on the show. It's like, because I'm always back here doing something, but so you do absolutely. You have to find that balance with your family. Um, so I don't want to keep you longer. I am strong about keeping to my hour because I know people, and I know you have Thursday, what's it called? Thankful
Um,
Thursday.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I wanted to make sure that we get off, and so you'll have time to do what you need to do. So can you share with those in the chat what your schedule is so that we know where to find you at?
Sure. On Mondays, I have Monday moments at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're right now reading the book of Psalms in its entirety. We're doing 3 Psalms at a time because by the end of the year, we will be finished with the book of finished reading the book of Psalms. And then we may talk about something. And after that, we usually pray before Monday moments is over. On Tuesdays, I had talk about your channel. Tuesday, come up to the panel and talk about your channel. We had that Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. That make me get off of work on time on Tuesday. So 6:30. And usually people come up and they can talk about their channel. That's my way of giving back, allowing, people to come on up. Some people come up, some people don't. Some people say next time, but I'm thankful for whoever comes up. And I'm thankful for the community, people jumping on in and helping out and saying things. So I appreciate everybody. On Wednesday, I usually let out a Wednesday prayer. Yesterday, I did not let out a Wednesday prayer. I did put up an old prayer and ask people to just look at that. Thursday, I had Thankful Thoughtful Thursday at 8 p.m. And we usually talking about what we're thankful for. We'll still have prayer on Thursday. We may cook. We may have fun. Tonight, Gertie's going to be on there, and she got some Valentine's tips for you, honey. You don't want to miss
Okay.
it at 8 o'clock. And
Okay.
then, right? And usually over the weekend, if I have time, I have to check my schedule with my husband, see what he say, however. And if I have time, that's the times I like to do my prayers. If I load them up or do them. If I don't, then I'll have it done by then. If I record videos or something, I like to do it on the weekend, even, and then upload it and have, I forgot what they call it, but when you do that and have it to come out at certain times and stuff.
Schedule it.
I,
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, I like to do that because I don't always have time during the week, especially when I'm working, and depending on what projects I'm on. Like I like to see Miss Patty in the morning, she walking, Miss T, different channels I like to watch. But depending on what I'm on, like say if I'm interviewing. Like I'm interviewing on my job now. So, interviewing, I can't do that. Different projects I'm on, it won't allow me to. Not that I don't want to be there, I want to be there, but I got to do what pays me. I got to pay
Right.
attention and be focused. So, but when I have different projects or workloads, then I can listen in more. But got to do what you got to do.
Right.
It's not that you don't want to show love. I have to try to do that on the weekend or later when I'm off work. And if it's between my granddaughter, ballet, her band, or what's that, choir, and almost other activities. Some people don't see the behind the scenes stuff that you do
Right.
beside of this. And
Right.
I spend quality time with my man. Y'all know
Right. Right.
Valentine's.
Right.
So
Right.
it's
Right.
so that's mainly what's on my channel. Some Saturdays I have a Saturday sit down. I supposed to be having, that was something new I implemented. I wanted to have family members. My husband came on with me New Year's Eve. Hopefully he'll come back again. I have a sandwich series. I'm dropping at least once a month, maybe twice when I can. And so I have different series that I try to drop out, roll out. But guess what? I'm thankful when people do come. And if I don't always get it right, hey, I'm still a work in progress.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Okay, so you guys heard it straight from Sweet Ree. That's her schedule. I had a new person come in, and this is a community that I'm Gulf Coast pickers. And earlier there were, I'd have to scroll all the way up, two old men. I can't remember what the rest of their title is, but it's a community. They do resale or eBay auction things. And so I've been watching those channels. And because I always like going to secondhand stores. And when we lived in Seattle, they had an auction and it was Saturday nights. They have good food at that auction. Late night, and we used to go to the auction all the time. So I found this community. I so enjoy visiting.
I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
bless you, bless
I
you.
do.
I so
Sorry.
enjoy visiting their channel. So a couple of them have stopped in, and I'm thankful and I'm appreciative. One channel they play bingo. I think it's on Monday nights, Monday afternoons. And I last week was playing bingo. Girl, I won 2 times. I just got my package in the mail. So some of the other people, yeah, they donate things from their shops and stuff. So I'm gonna do an unboxing. I haven't opened the package, but yeah. So I won a couple items. So these are people that do auctions and resales and put stuff on eBays and all that kind of stuff like that. So Gulf Coast Pickers, thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate your support. I think I hit everybody that was in here. This has been my pleasure. Oh, and Angel, thank you so much. I did see you came in. Thank you. I appreciate you coming in. Somebody said love bingo. I will put their links in my description on this video if you want to reach out and check out some of those channels where they play bingo and where they do the auction as well. So it has been my pleasure. I am so thankful. For those of you that just came in, the purpose of Thursday Vibe Session with Yaya, I've started it out for my membership members, for me to just get to know them better and for me to give back to them for them being a member of Yaya's Best Life. So last week we did Crystal, and this week is Sweet Ree. So for anybody that is in the chat, and I've put it out on my community post a couple times. If you are a member, or if you would like to be a member, please feel free to click that join button. But if you are already a member, please get in touch with me, or I'm going to reach out to you guys again to see when you would like to come on, because it's my way of promoting your channel and for other people to get to know you better. So this has just been a super duper pleasure to be with Sweet Ree, and I'm already 2 minutes over, so I'm not going to keep you so you can go do what you need to do. But thank you to the chat, each and every one of you. I think doing this live, I've hit everybody's name. I want you guys to know that I care about you, and I'm thankful and appreciative that you came on the channel tonight. And Sweet Ree, much love to you. Thank you for being so uplifting. I respect you and appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. Much love and respect for you, Yaya. And I wish you many well wishes and blessings on your channel and all your endeavors.
Thank you. Thank you. So, you guys have a wonderful Thursday. And at 8 o'clock, go over to where y'all going. Y'all best be going over to Sweet Ree tonight, okay? For Thankful, Thoughtful Thursday. Get it in. Bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody. Good night. Thanks again.
Bye bye.